People often ask me what my inspirations are for my novels. With my second novel, 10 Reasons Not to Fall in Love, there is a very specific one. I came to Eureka, the Children's Museum in Halifax, with my young son. I used to come here quite a lot. And on one occasion, there was a balloon man making balloon animals. And whereas mostly those balloon animals all kind of looked the same, this balloon man was particularly gifted. So much so that as a host of children followed him around the museum, one parent said to him, "How come you're so good at this?" And he replied, "I chose to do something that most people are rubbish at in the hope that I would shine." And I immediately thought what a fantastic quote that would be, and what an interesting character a balloon modeller would make for my book. So that basically became Dan Brady, one of the main characters in 10 Reasons Not to Fall in Love, who Jo and her little son Alfie fall in love with along the way. So the book essentially started here at Eureka in Halifax. Once I'd been inspired by the balloon modeller to come up with the character of Dan Brady, I started developing that character and thinking about his backstory and where he'd live and what he'd be doing now. And I decided that he would live on a canal boat and that he would be moored here in Hebden Bridge, which is where Jo and her son Alfie visit him sometimes. And it became such a huge part of the story for me. And the book came out when my son, who's now a teenager, was a toddler. And we used to drive along this road or walk along the canal, and he would always be saying, "Dan's boat," and point excitedly when he saw the boat that we decided was where Dan lived. And I like to think that Dan and Jo and Alfie are still here now on the canal boat in Hebden Bridge. When 10 Reasons Not to Fall in Love was published, I went back to Eureka, the Children's Museum in Halifax, where it all started, and did a reading for Mother's Day. Eureka very kindly, having heard about the story, invited that original balloon man back to join the event. And when I spoke to him and told him about how I developed the character and said that in my head he lived on a canal boat, he started laughing. And of course, he lived on a canal boat. I like to think that meant that I got the character spot on.